Okay, now. You gotta see that tumble. Oh, look at that. Nice. Hello and welcome to HobbyKing. My name is Stuart and here for a Mod Tech Monday on the newly released HobbyKing Frenzy. Here you see it before me now, or not before me because I haven't switched the camera around. I will do that now. Ta-da! Hello. Here it is. Before me now, the HobbyKing Frenzy 1400mm sports aerobatic model, also trainer. Now, we got some feedback from the community and I saw from one of our reviewers that it might be worth trying on 4S. Now, you can fly it on 3S LIHV, but it turns out you can actually fly it on 4S too. Small amount of modification needed for that, and I'll run you through that in a second. But with that 4S, and especially when you mechanically adjust the out-of-box settings on the clevises, you get a very, very aerobatic machine and very, very capable. Perfect for honing skills if you're looking to improve your aerobatic prowess, such as I am, or if you're a more experienced pilot like Andres, our cameraman, who you'll see in a second, and you really want to showboat because you can with this. Because how we're going to rock this Mod Tech Monday, I'm going to talk you through the modifications, and then Andres here, there he is, this is our cameraman, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. He is a far more accomplished pilot than I at the old aerobatics. And Andres, you don't mind taking the sticks for this one?
Love to.
Okay, so we're gonna, because I'll be on the camera, we're gonna have an onboard camera as well, just to help cover my inadequacies as a cameraman. Anyway, let me talk you through the modifications very, very quickly, and then we'll get Andres on the sticks and me behind the camera, getting on with this Mod Tech Monday on the 4S HobbyKing Frenzy. All right, here we are, bottoms up. Going to talk you through the changes or the modifications that I made on the Frenzy to enable it to be 4S powered. I can tell you this, they are very, very few and far between. In fact, there's probably only 1 or 2 points I need to talk about. First point, in order to run it on this pack here that my beautiful assistants now bring it to shot, thank you sir, 2200 4S, you will need to do a little bit of modifying of this area here. So if you look at the battery bay as I've got it open here, I filmed some footage last night in the workshop, and essentially all you need to do is clip away the original frame with just some snips. You can see the black marks in this footage here, and then you see me clipping them away. And then to fit the 2200 fully, you'll need to remove some foam from the leading edge here. And then once that's done, as you can see, the battery 2200 4S fits in very, very well. Added a little bit of Velcro too, as you can see here, just for the opposing sides on the battery, just for some extra security. The other thing I did was mechanically. Now, out of the box, ailerons, for example, are set up on a higher hole, so I've moved those down to allow more throw, so it's got more aerobatic potential. And I did a similar thing, as you can see there, on the rudder and elevator out the box, slightly different to how it comes. Now the ESC is 40 amp. This is the most important thing I want to mention here in this Mod Tech Monday. It's a 40 amp ESC supplied. It will handle 4S, but just to give you a little more additional headroom, we thoroughly recommend you upgrading that to at least a 50 amp, just to give you that extra little bit of leeway. So beautiful. Whoa, lots of beautiful. Okay, so very soon we're going to show you the Frenzy on 4S flying behind me here. But before we do that, I talked earlier about how the stock ESC is capable of handling 4S, but the recommendation is to go for a higher amp speed controller. Now I can absolutely guarantee that that's a recommendation, because what we found, if you see Frenzy here, looks a little different. We found when giving it a test flight on 4S initially before the camera was rolling that it was just a bit too much. The ESC got hot and it got into thermal shutdown. So what we can absolutely guarantee is a solid recommendation. You will need to change that speed controller from the 40 up to, say, a 50 amp. We've got a Aerostar 60 amp in here now. We've managed to MacGyver and bush engineer this 12x6 Turnigy prop. The spinner unfortunately broke. A little bit of damage on the wing, but just with a little bit of glue and patience, it's all fixed, ready to go. So now we're going to take you out and give you the 4S demonstration of the Frenzy for this ModTech Monday video. Let's go. Do some donuts. Okay, and away. Excellent. Oh, look at that. Hard at work getting the Insta360. We had a lot of questions about this camera.
Oh, really?
On the official video.
Insta360 Go 2, version 2.
There we go, and that's what it was attached to and where.
Yeah.
All right, should we fly 4S? Are you ready, sir? Ready? Mic'd up? Okay. Let's show you guys 4S on the HobbyKing Frenzy. Okay, so here we go with the 4S. Remember, it's me behind the camera and Andres in front of the camera. Well, the model in front of the camera. We'll focus on the model. Now, I'm not the best cameraman. I've done it before, but not as good as Andres, but we'll give it a go. Anyway, the point is, this is 4S Frenzy, ModTech Monday, 4S version of the Frenzy. You saw how we adapted the battery bay area to fit the 4S. You also saw how the stock speed controller, whilst initially might be up for it, is not up for prolonged use at 4S, so we had to change, as is recommended, to a minimum of 60 amp speed controller. And we found out the hard way. We lost a prop and a spinner in a slight crash that we had, but the model's been fixed. It's got a 12.6 on it now, Turnigy prop, and it's minus a spinner. Andres, you said you wanted to talk about throws, correct?
Yeah, well,
okay.
The throws are just as big as you can get them.
Now this has been mechanically adjusted like we said before, but Andres, just show us what we've got there now.
We got this on roll. This is about double, I think, what you normally
I think
have.
so, yeah.
Same for the elevator. The elevator, if you want to try some hover-like stuff, then you really need the double.
Okay, I see it, yeah. And the rudder?
And the rudder is as much as you can.
Okay.
As you always want with an aerobatic plane.
Alright, super. So remember, Andres is a far more accomplished aerobatic pilot than myself, so he's going to give it a go on the sticks. And now we'll turn the camera onto the model and do the ModTech Monday 4S version of the Frenzy. Let's go. Okay, so the sun is shining. We're here with the Frenzy on 4S. Ready, sir? Go. Be kind to me on the camera. So what was that, like a third power takeoff?
Something like that, yeah.
Straight into, where are you now? Inverted. So look at that climb out. I've lost you.
That wasn't full throttle.
No, I know, but let me find you again. Oh, there you are. Apologise, viewers. That was shocking camera work. Let's find you again. This is why we got the onboard, because we will be cutting to that, I can assure you. You're somewhere there.
Coming straight towards us now.
I gotcha. All right, I won't zoom in too much. All right, so show us what it can do.
Oh, the knife edge really good. Takes a bit of roll compensation, but...
Well, it did that before, but now it just does it with that much more authority and power, right?
Well, I'm still in knife edge and I'm just taking off.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
No problem.
Wow. So what's that, a looping knife edge?
That's a knife edge loop, yeah.
Knife edge loop, sorry.
Let's take a regular old hammerhead. Oh, I messed it up a bit.
That's all right. We got the sky, we got plenty of space.
Do a rolling circle.
Well, let's just show the vertical first. Let me see that.
Oh, yeah.
When you're ready, tell me when you're going to pull up and I'll follow.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
All right, let's see that vertical. Full power. Oh, yeah. Wow. It disappears in the blue. There it is, viewers. Okay, so that's very, very impressive. I mean, it was good before, but this is, of course, completely unlimited now. All right, let's do some of that aerobatic stuff you do so well. So this is you going into a rolling circle now. This is what I tried before. I can do it, but not as good as this. And look how fast it is now with those increased movements. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Now, of course, this is not a 3D model, so it shouldn't be behaving as a full 3D plane. But as an introduction to it, it's surprisingly good, right?
And funny enough, it's also a great pattern model. I'm surprised how neutral it rolls. It's really nice.
Okay, well, that's all very good news.
Coming along with the power as well.
All right, so let's see what else you can do.
Pops up.
Nice. Oh, do one of those, like the, what is it, the flat spins.
Ah, yeah.
Or something to that effect. Because with those increased rates, it really, really helps.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it into a flat spin now.
Okay. Wow. Oh, very nice.
It comes out so easily.
Yeah. All right, let's see a bit of hovering, please.
All right.
We've got that power in reserves. Now, I could just about do it on 3S. Well, the model could about do it too. But now with 4S, we know the model performs and the pilot. Look at this, look. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's got it, it's got it. Looking good. All right, away from that. Thank you, sir. Next on the agenda. Oh, and look how it just locked into the inverted like that. Well, you did, of course. That's the skill of the pilot, as well as the finesse of the model. But that's handling really rather well, right?
It's just so easy to do, yeah.
So it was already easy and comfortable on 3S and a good introduction to this type of flying. But if you're looking for a quick and simple modification, minimal amount of modification in the workshop, you will need a minimum of 60 amp. More preferably an 80 amp, and some additional cooling might be helpful too. But Andres, let's bring it in then, once you do this beautiful knife edge. Very nice. Oh, do me one more thing, do a high speed pass. I want to see a full power pass, just to see what it's like in 4S.
All right.
I've still got it in camera.
Coming?
Yep. Close as you like. Oh, now go straight up. Wow, that's cooking. Wow, 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 wow. All right, yeah, that is impressive. So for me, a worthwhile modification. In a later version of the Frenzy, we may even incorporate a 4S setup as standard. But like I said, easy to do. Just same prop, same motor, swap out the ESC, remove a little bit of material to fit the battery, and I'll show you when it lands now that it does fit very, very well. Nice. Now, of course, it's missing the beautiful chrome finish spinner because of our little mishap trying to do it on the stock speed controller, which it didn't like in the end. But even on this 12.6, it's running very, very well. So let's just turn it over quickly. One moment. Okay, now I wanted to show you. Here we go. That battery, that 4S battery, is completely flush in there. Now, we heard a few comments about, oh, it's got a bottom feeder tray, but it works very, very well. And it's very, very simple. Look, you just turn the model over, open it up, and there we are. There's the 4S battery in. I added a little bit of Velcro and try and do this one-handed. Sorry about that. Battery is barely warm. Speed controller, this is the 60 amp. Yeah, it's warm. If I was doing this not at the field, I would probably fit a 70 or 80 amp. But there we go. That is, I'll say thanks to Andres. Thank you, cameraman and pilot extraordinaire. Now if I could turn that back to you. There it is, the Frenzy on 4S. This is a Mod Tech Monday for the recently released HobbyKing Frenzy. It's already a very, very good sports aerobatic trainer, if you like, on 3S. Good all-round hack at that point, but really liven it up with the 4S modification and the additional movement on the throws there on the control horns. So thank you very much for watching. Look out for more videos like this coming soon, and I'll see you next time here on HobbyKing.com.